Giga came out and he challenged Max Holloway, but it wasn't a normal challenge. He challenged him saying, this fight is to determine who the UFC's best striker is. Now, I think that's I think that's great. I think anytime you can bring any kind of marketing interest, right? And I keep looking around and this Giga guy keeps getting another one right and another one right. Giga's making a big fan of me. And I want you guys to become Giga fans as well, because I think he's our kind of guy. I think this guy's doing everything that we want someone to do. But now listen to what he said. He's calling out Max Holloway. Okay, that's a tough night out. And Giga just called out Kattar. And he just called out Yair. I mean, he's only calling out hammers. I think we have to respect that. He's also is just a co-main event. He doesn't want to lose his status. He wants to move up to a main event. How better to do it? And not to mention, pretty good timing. I don't have a better idea for Max Holloway. Do you? And don't forget, guys, we are absent Yair. You have to know that. I don't know when Yair's suspension is up, but I know it's not up right now. So absent of Yair, and what's going on with Zabit, that's another one. I've been very unclear with what's going on with Zabit, and there was even some talk last week that he might be done. But it was a coach that said it, not him, and it was a coach that spoke a different language and was doing his best to get his message out. So I didn't know how much we had to put in that. I'm still coming back to the idea. Do you have a better idea for Max? Giga thinks he can strike with Max. Giga's got to be out of his mind. Or is he? I mean, right? It gets really interesting really fast. If I'm fighting Max Holloway, I'll tell you how I'm not fighting him, which is striking with him. And Giga's saying, no, I'm going to go out beat him at his own game. As a matter of fact, his game is my game, and I'm better at the game. I'm in, man. That's very interesting. Don't forget what's going on with the Ultimate Fighter right now. It's very relevant that Ortega, Volkanovski are doing the Ultimate Fighter. That fight got kicked. Have we even been told as an audience? I just spoke to Tiki, who's out there on the set of The Ultimate Fighter, working with Team Ortega. I talked to Tiki, it was probably a good week ago, but he didn't know when the fight was. So unless this has come out in the last 7 days and I somehow missed it, we don't even know when that fight's going to be. I mean, do you understand the relevance? Don't forget where we left off with Max. When Max went out and put on this fantastic show on ABC over Kattar, Dana goes, I'm holding him. I'm holding him. He's too good. I'm just going to hold him. And then even Volkanovski spoke up and go, yeah, I don't really want to fight the guy a third time, but I can't deny the guy a fight. Well, now we don't even know when that fight is. Oh, by the way, Giga's saying Max's name. No one else is. Right? So what do you do if you're Max? Max is a guy who's used to being busy, who likes to be busy. Max had that year where was it 5 title fights in 12 months or was it 4? But all 5-round, all main event, all title fights, and all of a sudden he's sitting around going, what do I do? Maybe that's perfect. Maybe Max is thrilled. We need to hear from Max. Maybe Max is thrilled, going, you know what? I'm good with the Ultimate Fighter. I'm good with waiting. I'm glad I'm not in a training camp getting ready for a fight, cutting weight. But maybe he's not. Max might get a little antsy, and I bring that to you. We really have to hear from Max, because I think a lot of you will push back on my idea and go, Chael, why would Max want to fight Giga when he can sit out for a world title fight? Well, but he might want to. Max might want to go in there and get busy. It is how he makes a living, after all. He's a very young guy, right in a great part of his career, plus he's used to it. You start doing things at any point in your career that you're not used to doing, right? You want a different result, start doing something different. I don't know that Max wants a different result because his results have been so damn good. It's a very interesting call out. The mere fact that Giga is willing, he wants the deep end of the pool so damn bad, he is willing to go through the sharks to get there. We have to appreciate that. We have to respect that. But Giga also brings up an interesting conversation on who is the best striker in the UFC. Who is it? We know Conor is right there. We know that he went 30 minutes with Floyd. We know Conor's right there. Well, Conor got outstruck by the same guy Max got outstruck by, which is Dustin Poirier. But I don't think most of us think Dustin Poirier the greatest striker in the UFC. I don't think we look at him that way. Maybe we're looking at him the wrong way. Maybe that's exactly what he is. But I also don't know that the way Dustin beat Max with the striking necessarily means that Dustin's better at striking. I know that sounds weird, but when you break the two down, Dustin had a killer game plan. he was able to stymie Max constantly. So he got the better of him in the striking. Does that mean he's a better striker? Punch for punch, move for move, combination for combination. Right? It's just a conversation. I'm just trying to create a conversation, but it sounds like Giga wants to be part of that conversation too. And you know what I say? Let him in.